Inside Sierra is a fully student-produced newscast. All content decisions are made by and for students. The views reflected in this production do not necessarily reflect the views of Sierra High School or the Manteca Unified School District. In addition, some footage and B-roll were taken pre-COVID and do not always reflect the current health and safety standards set forth by the Manteca Unified School District.
Even if you think this is nothing, it is something big. It is a lot of help. And I want to thank everybody who is going to help and who is already helping. Yeah, this is all.
On this episode of Inside Sierra, we learn about this year's plan for prom, how the war in Ukraine affects one of Sierra's foreign exchange students, the importance of the on-campus counseling services for students, and how the big bad wolf himself, Fox Haden, is preparing for theater's spring production.
Welcome to Inside Sierra. I'm Lucas Stackpole.
And I'm Annika Beal.
Sierra High School has a long tradition of hosting foreign exchange students that come from all countries.
Spending an entire year away from your family can be difficult, but when war breaks out in a country where the majority of your family resides, it can be overwhelming.
Jessica Kulik is in that situation, and instead of feeling bad for herself, she has taken quick action to help. Here with more is Kylie Justice and Ryan Bergen.
Jessica Kulik is a foreign exchange student at Sierra High School. Originally from Germany, she is visiting California for the 2021-2022 school year. While she is from Germany, her parents and extended family are originally from Ukraine. While Jessica is studying abroad, Russia launched an invasion on Ukraine where her extended family resides.
Russian troops invaded in Ukraine, and they started to try to attack the big major cities. And it didn't went like they planned it, so they started to attack civilians. They started to destroy historical buildings, places. There are children and adults who have, for example, cancer, and they cannot leave the country or the hospital because of their situation.
Dismayed by the plight of her parents and extended family, Jessica's parents started a fundraiser back in Germany. They have been collecting clothing, medication, baby supplies, and other crucial materials for Ukrainian civilians and soldiers. Wanting to do more from the USA, where she is studying abroad, Jessica teamed up with one of her teachers, Betsy Chomslin, to raise funds here to send back to her parents.
My parents started a fundraising in Germany. They are still collecting clothing, baby supplies, for newborn supplies, candles, lights, medication, pillows, blankets, everything what is first-hand needed. They are collecting right now for soldiers. Please, if you can, even if you think this is nothing, it is something big. It is a lot of help. And I want to thank everybody who is going to help and who is already helping.
To donate to Jessica's fundraiser, you can scan the QR code on the screen. The money will be used to buy supplies for refugees from the war on Ukraine. The fundraiser will be going through April, and supplies will be delivered continuously as the fundraiser happens. Reporting for Wolfden News, this is Kylie Justice and Ryan Bergen.
Here at Sierra, they recognize the importance of students' mental health, and they show this by providing free VCC counselors. The VCC counselors serve as a caring adult who will listen to the students' needs and problems.
I think this position is very good for the school, because I feel a lot of times students don't have can't say these things to someone that they're close with or family members, and it's nice to have someone they can speak to just about what's going on in their life. And
the counseling service remains at Sierra due to its high demand, and students often opt into counseling or can be referred by adults around campus.
Willing signed up for VCC counseling? Probably not too many. A lot of times I get students getting referred to me, and yeah, I feel like I could be on the journey with the student, and hopefully I could help them along, some issues they're having.
If you or someone you know is struggling with your mental health, you should utilize the VCC counseling program. And for the rest of you,
what is a general tip I would give a student is to take care of their mental health. If they feel like they need, say something and talk to an adult. Use the support system that surrounds them.
You hear it every day on the announcements. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Wolf Den News. Well, now it's time to put that follow to good use.
That's right, it's time for the Timberwolf test. We will pose a question each episode, and you'll have the chance to go answer that question on our Instagram.
Just go to our Instagram page at Wolf Den News, find the Timberwolf test question in our feed, put your answer, your name, and your grade, and we'll choose a winner from those who answer correctly. You'll get a prize sent to your first period class the next school day after we air.
This week's Timberwolf test is: how many foreign exchange students does Sierra High School currently host for the 2021-2022 school year?
Hi, I'm Coach Barakos. I teach PE here at Sierra High School.
Be spirited, and cheer and band will be doing a pregame show.
Do you think it's possible to run a marathon without training for it?
No.
Seniors are participating in senior assassination.
Is this a game where young people attack old people? Is this where like 55 and older, senior citizens? Why would old people go after each other? That's not very nice.
What did the turkey say to their computer? Google. Within the first lap, you would feel an intense burning in your lungs, followed by an increased heart rate, to the point of the breathing becomes difficult, to the point that all my freshmen like to do right in the second curve of the track, which is start to walk.
We should definitely have senior citizen dinners and breakfasts, lunches. We should bring them on our campus and tell them that peace is the way to live.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're a little lad when you're not really a little lad.
That's it?
That's it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Thank you.
The Timberwolves Theater Program produces multiple plays a year. This spring, they chose to perform Into the Woods, a musical based off the Grimm brothers' fairy tales.
My name is Diana Pewitt. I'm Mrs. Pewitt on campus. I teach video editing and intermediate and advanced theater.
My name is Fox Haden, and I am playing the wolf in our school musical, Into the Woods.
Well, it's a retelling of Grimm's fairy tales, and it sticks closer to Grimm's fairy tales than any of the Disney versions of our fairy tales.
Some of the highlights of my character are, he's malicious, obviously. He uses deception to get what he wants, and he doesn't think things through because he swallows his victims whole, alive rather than killing them while he's eating them.
The stories of the Grimm brothers are unique and nuanced, so the audience has to pay attention to follow the story closely. Some
of the interesting aspects that the audience should look for in Into the Woods is the dark humor. It sticks very close to Grimm's fairy tales, especially the ending of the play. Also, watch for the baker and the baker's wife, their motivation for doing everything. And be aware that just because we think we want something, we don't always get exactly what we want, and that's very true in Into the Woods. Yeah, I absolutely think the dark humor plays into the message of the play, much like the original Grimm's fairy tales that were told as cautionary tales to keep kids from doing things. Into the Woods is a cautionary tale about getting what you want.
Having to portray the roles of these complex characters takes effort and a lot of hard work, but in the end, it is all in preparation for opening night.
Portraying a character is easy. I think about what the wolf is thinking and the mind frame that the wolf is in, and I put that into my own mind. I'd just like to add that I'm really glad to be in this musical and portray the wolf, especially since we are the Sierra Timberwolves.
Opening day is May 5th at 7 p.m. Tickets will go on sale near the end of April, and if you buy them in advance, they will be less expensive than at the door.
For Wolf Den News, this was Maya Murillo, Lauren Davis, and Alex Chapman.
For the full and uncut interview with Fox Haden, visit our YouTube channel at Wolf Den News directly after this episode.
Spring sports have arrived. We have yet to fully report on them in the weekly sports wrap, but today is the day.
That's right, Annika. Swim, boys volleyball, track, baseball, and softball are all in full swing. Maddie Munoz and Omar Habibi are here this week with all your scores and highlights.
What's up, Sierra? I'm Maddie, and this is
Omar,
coming at you with this week's sports wrap.
We start this week off with boys volleyball. The Timberwolves hosted Ripon High last week in a non-league match and unfortunately lost 3-2.
David Camano played the role in the second set of the match with 8 of his total 15 kills. Raj Dhaliwal also contributing by posting 5 kills for the Timberwolves.
Moving on, the SHS boys tennis team had its home opener against Western Ranch, where they unfortunately could not secure the win.
Although the final score was 6-3, Mahar Rajdam contributed the Timberwolves' only win when he beat his opponent 6-3 twice in a row.
They then went on head-to-head with their rivals Manteca High and faced defeat, losing 7-2.
Despite the overall loss, the T-Wolves won 2 of their 3 double matches. In the first half, Datin Rojas and Hassan Ali won 6-2 and 6-4. Then Lucas Dimas and Santiago Franco defeated their opponent 6-3 and 7-6.
On Friday, March 4th, Sierra's softball team went up against Lathrop High and secured an impressive win where they triumphed 12-5.
Erica Tovar was 3 for 4 with a double, triple, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs. Meanwhile, Angelina Alvarez was 3 for 4 with 2 RBI and 3 runs. Not only that, but Brianna Tyler, Jasenia Beltran, and Anna Dickinson all contributed in strengthening the T-Wolves game.
I think that the game went well. Like, we were able to keep our hitting consistent throughout the game. Like, in the middle of the game, we ended up falling off a little bit, getting behind the Lathrop that we played. They never gave up and they kept fighting. So it was a good competition overall, but we just ended up,
The boys baseball team was also busy this past week, playing 3 games. On Thursday, March 3rd, they played against Ripon Christian, where they crushed their opponents 11-1.
However, the next day, Wednesday, March 4th, the tables were turned when Buchanan Colony crushed them 11-1. The following week, on March 8th, the boys lost again to Enox 12-2.
On to swim. Sierra swimmers competed at home on Friday, March 4th against Western Ranch and West High. The girls beat both Western Ranch and West High with scores of 115-50 and 133-29 respectively. Although the boys succeeded in beating Western Ranch 64-42, they lost to West High 78-57.
For the girls, Kiara Brink and Jennifer Graves both won 4 events against both visitors. Marissa Rush won her 50 free, while Lauren Illis took the 500 free. In addition, Taylor Miskey secured the 100 back, and Gianna Ramos won the 200 free against Western Ranch.
As for the boys, Moises Alvarado secured wins in the 50 free and the 100 back against West High. Not only that, but he also contributed wins against Western Ranch.
Gabe Ronserio won first place for his individual medley against West. Eric Andrade and Jacob Hargis both contributed wins against Western Ranch in the 200 free and 100 free respectively.
On to track, Sierra's own Alani Mulix took second place in the girls 100 and 200 meter. Abigail Chapman placed second in the girls 300 hurdles and first in the girls triple jump. And Eliana Jasso won third place in the girls shot put. For the boys, Dylan Burkett took third in the 400 meter.
It went really well. It was our first one, so it was a big learning experience. But it was all about just getting our marks and seeing where we're at and seeing where we can improve. We want to work on just definitely getting better. Jumping higher, running faster, throwing farther, beating your personal records, and winning races.
The Sierra High League of Legends team played 2 games against Clovis High. Our team held their own first half for the first game, ultimately losing 15-36 against the gold and platinum ranked Clovis team. Josh Long had the most kills at 9 and Andrew Corellis had the most assists. Xavier Garmin had the fewest deaths at 2.
In the second game, Sierra again lost 21-40. However, they did have a great rally of 10 kills in the middle of the match. Joshua Long again had the most kills, with Connor Spears and Andrew Corrales tied for most assists. Xavier and Connor had the least deaths.
And that's it for this week's Sports Wrap.
We'll see you next week, Sierra.
COVID has wreaked havoc on senior traditions for the last 2 years. From drive-through graduations to grad night cancellations to prom, the last 2 graduating classes have missed a lot.
But the 2021 to 2022 school year has seen somewhat of a return to normal activities. The question on everyone's mind lately, though, is will prom happen?
Short answer is yes. It is back, and contracts have already been released for this event. Leadership fills us in on the details, while Ryan Bergen and Lily Walker gives us some advice for the big occasion.
Are you a junior or senior interested in going to this year's prom? Well, if you are, listen up.
This year's theme is going to be Midnight in Greece.
Wait, son, what is that going to look like?
Imagine this, you and your friends hanging out in Greece at night.
Well, that sounds good, but it's going to be Sierra's version though. That's all we can say without spoiling anything.
It will be held at Brookside Country Club in Stockton from 7 to 11 p.m.
And don't forget, it's on April 23rd.
Okay, our turn now.
You can get your contract starting today in room 51. If you want to bring anyone outside your district, you can. They just have to be under the age of 21, and you must get a guest contract.
If you're bringing a guest, to buy any tickets you need to turn in your contract and your guest contract at the same time. All the small information and details you need to know is on there.
Contracts need to be turned in no later than April 8th.
Tickets will be sold starting March 28th through April 12th only during lunch, but the longer you wait, the more expensive the ticket will be.
From March 28th through April 1st, tickets will be $55 with ASP and $60 without.
From April 4th to April 8th, tickets will be $60 with ASP and $65 without.
And if you want to wait last minute, from April 11th through the 12th, tickets will be $65 with ASP and $70 without.
If you have any questions, you can contact Nubia Jimenez at this email, or you can talk to Mr. Green Room 51. Hope to see you all there.
With prom coming up on April 23rd at the Brookside Country Club, Sierra High's student body has decided on the theme Midnight in Greece.
We were in the back.
Today we will take you with us to do some prom dress shopping and show you the do's and don'ts of prom and how you can be the main character at your prom night.
I rent a place on Cornelia Street. I sit casually in the car. We were a fresh page on the desk, filling in the blanks as we go. As if the street lights pointed in an arrowhead leading us home. And I hope I never lose you, hope it never ends. I never walk Cornelia Street again. That's the kind of heartbreak time could never mend. I never walk Cornelia Street again.
With news of prom coming back, do you find yourself stressing?
Yes!
Are you worried about finding a date?
Yes!
Do you wish there was a foolproof system?
Yes!
Well, now there is. Introducing the all-new 3-step program, specially curated for you to find a date. Step 1. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Roman.
Hi, I'm Emma.
Step 2. Make a poster. Step 3. Give it to them.
Emma, I have a paper for you.
Yeah, so like, you know, and then I went to the mall and oh my gosh, yeah!
Always remember the 3-step program and you'll be guaranteed to find a date.
While Inside Sierra airs every other week. We are always busy hooking you up with the latest news and stories on Instagram at Wolf Den News.
Thanks for watching, Sierra Nation, and we'll see you on March 25th for the next Inside Sierra.